Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 VC review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at MERCS, or as it's now called, Wolf of the Battlefield MERCS, and it used to also be called Commando 2. Basically, something Capcom's done because they want to continue the series, so they've changed the name of it, and it's on the Sega MEGADRIVE / Genesis depending on where you live, and if you've never played it before, it's basically an action type game. So at the start you've got arcade mode, original mode, options. Options pretty basic, change shots, things like that, change difficulty. Arcade mode is one game, original mode is another game. They are actually totally different games, they've got different levels and everything. So in total there's 15 stages to play, which is cool. That's one of the things you can do on it. Just pushing the wrong button there, simply because I've just swapped over to the classic, because personally I think the analog is a must have for this game. It's a nightmare trying to play it on the D-pad or the Wiimote, which is why I've swapped to the pad for the review. And you just basically can walk around in all 8 directions, which is one of the reasons for it, because on the little D-pad I always find that difficult. But the whole point is you go across the stages here, just shooting the crap out of enemies, then get some bosses and kill the bosses. Right side of the screen you've got what mission it is, what your score is, how much time you've got left, how much energy you've got left, how many of them, I think they're called mega crashes, but basically they do that and make things explode. And that's about it then. On original mode, I believe it is, to be fair, it might be arcade mode, but on one of the modes you can also rescue other mercs. So instead of just playing as this guy, you can rescue guys with different weapons and all that, and they're all called after what weapon they've got. So Mr. Laser obviously has a laser, Mr. Burner, flamethrower type thing. So that's the whole point of that then. Musically, things, to be fair, sound pretty terrible and like metallic and all that, so I'm just going to shut up for a little bit and let you have a little listen, and then I'll just quite simply cut into original mode to show you the differences. So there we go then, that was a bit of the music. As you might have noticed, you can get vehicles and health bar extenders and all that. You can also get power-ups to basically power your weapons up, and you can collect those mega crash type things, the giant bombs. Pretty much the only things that really change for the arcade to original mode is just mainly it's an interface type thing. You get different like mission starts, if you know what I mean. It's like this one shows you the map, whereas the other one just shows you a symbol and brings stuff up and that. So it's just pretty much cosmetic. Also, obviously, as I say, you can get the other mercs on original mode. It is original, I've double checked. And you can, once you want to like find and rescue them, because they're just lying around the place, then you can freely swap between them, which is pretty damn useful. And it's one of them things that you do have to actually swap between them. It's as useful as, for example, on the NES Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or Hero Turtles, whatever you want to call it, because they're all completely different and they've got different inventories and things like that. So you're going to have to play as all of them get the end of the mission, really. That, though, is one of the other biggest differences. Whereas on arcade mode you've got continues. On that mode, if you die, that's it. So that mode obviously a lot harder, but you can find shops and that, so you can buy weapons and things to help you out. But that's pretty much everything there is to say about the game. Personally though, I think it is a very fun game. It's a shame that it doesn't have co-op on it, because when I bought it I assumed it had actually been edited to have co-op, because the original arcade version had co-op and I knew that this one didn't. But you go into the VC shop and it said players 1 to 2. Now they've corrected it, it only says players 1, but I bought it when it said 1 to 2. So a little disappointed with that, but it's still a very fun game. It just would be a little more fun with other people, really. So there we go then. That's been the review. I hope you found it helpful. I don't score the games because that's based purely on opinion, so instead I'll leave you to make your own mind up. So thanks for watching, and if you've got any questions about the game that I didn't answer in the vid, or that hasn't been answered in the comments, then feel free to ask and I'll help if I can. Also, if you did find it helpful, don't forget to check out my channel, because there's plenty more like this up there, and don't forget to subscribe because there'll be plenty more to come as well. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.